New year, new me. Everyone's launched onto this newfound motivation for the new year. I love it. Everyone's setting new resolutions, goals, dreams, and just genuinely pushing forward this sense of achievement over the course of the next 12 months. Here's the thing. You start out with this sense of inevitable achievement. Everything's just gonna go your way. Everything just seems like it's guaranteed to happen. But after a while, when the year really sets in, you realize you gotta work at it. You can't continue with that inflated sense of reality. You gotta come down to the level of where you're really at. So how do you sustain real change for yourself in the new year? Come here. Suspend your knowledge of time for a second. Don't worry about the past. Don't give yourself the chance to worry about what you didn't accomplish in the last year. And don't worry about the future. Don't give yourself the chance to be anxious about what you may or may not accomplish in the future. Focus on the now. Win the now. And to do that, you need a plan. Let's get into it. Normally, when New Year's start, I find that I always gravitate to a lot of the similar talking points of, oh, I want to make X amount of money. I want to make more connections, or, further down this career path, travel to XYZ location. But I find that after a while, I'm just kind of copying what other people are doing, or just leaving it up to chance, right? These are a lot of external facing goals where if they don't happen, it may not necessarily be in my control. And so what I need to do is take some time to really understand what really matters to me. And to do that, I figured out that I need to take some time to recenter and gain some depth. To do that, I focus on 4 big keys: health, wealth, relationships, and synergy. Number 1, take control of your health. All right, I'm gonna divide this into like 3 subdomains, being mind, body, and soul. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. Soul. Meditation. As popular and talked about as it may be on YouTube, it really is one of the best things you can do for yourself. All of humanity's problems stem from man's inability to sit quietly in a room alone. Shout out Blaise Pascal. He was spitting facts back then, and it's still true today, right? If you take some time to really understand where you're at in life, where you're at as a person, and just have the opportunity to think your thoughts through, you will find that a lot of your problems just seem to disappear, right? You have the time to concentrate, gain some depth, and really understand yourself, how you think, and how you operate as a person. Next, train the mind. The mind creates reality. Understand your mind to get the results that you want. So to do this, you want to be an avid observer of your habits. How I first really stumbled upon being an avid observer of my habits was I did this weird thing. I just kind of wrote down everything I did over the whole course of the whole day. But what was really important was I wasn't just doing like the large overarching activities like, oh, going to work, or going to class, or going to the gym. It's easy to figure out, oh yeah, I spent 8 hours at work. It's obvious. What I really tried to focus on was those in-between moments, or what I would call dead time. So it's the 30 minutes after you finished work, but before you do anything else, where you're just kind of sitting there doing nothing. Once you start thinking about that time and regaining that time, that's going to be really important for you. Next, understanding the importance of visualization. So if you want a really good life for yourself, you got to believe that you can get it. Not on some manifestation, woo-woo spirituality. No. On some real stuff, vision of I want XYZ, whatever it may be. You can figure that out for yourself. But that is accompanied with a plan of this is exactly how I'm going to get there. And I start today, right? Start training your mind to have that sense of immediacy and action, to say, nah, I can't just say I want to make money, or I want to get this job, or I want to do this. I got to start working on it today. Prime yourself for action, and you will find that opportunity will not be able to keep itself away from you. Next, make savage the body, okay? Exercise. Every single time, I got to be honest with you, I always try to talk people into exercising. It's always the same excuse. But like I walk around a lot at my job, like it's fine. But here's the thing, you need exercise. You might be tired after your job, but here's the thing, you work out more often, you have more energy, you're less tired overall. Boom. No one ever regrets going to the gym. People do regret not going to the gym. The entire gym revenue model is based upon most people not going. Don't let them make money off you. Don't let that be you. I don't want that to be you. So let's make that change. At the end of the day, you're only as good as you feel. So pick up some weights, go for a walk, go for a jog, go for a sprint, do something. Move your body, move it or lose it. That's really it. Next big key is to take control of your wealth. I'm not a finance YouTuber, nor am I a finance professional, so I'm not gonna speak about money essentially. I'm more speaking in the concept tone of things, which is just understanding the larger meaning of wealth in your life, which I'm gonna explain it as an abundance mindset. So we live in a world where, you know, money is king, capitalism, hustle culture, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I find that it's really important for people to understand what they really want out of having lots of money. It's not to flex or to save a bunch and read the big numbers in your account. It's freedom. It's to be able to say, I want to do this and I can do it now, when I want, whenever I want, like however I want to, with whoever. And yeah, you know, like I don't really care to have $2 million in my account. I don't think anyone really does. It's that if I want to travel to Seychelles one day with my family, I can do that. And I don't need to schedule time off or worry about how I'm gonna pay my grocery bill when I'm done. It's about the freedom. Right? So once you start taking away your goals from a accumulation of a specific number that you may or may not get to getting a mindset that you can easily frame for yourself right now, a lot of things will change like that. And going hand in hand with this is just understanding the meaning of your life and the purpose for your life and living within that means, right? I don't need to follow what somebody else is doing or how somebody else is living. I don't need to believe that I need to get to where someone else is before I can let myself be happy. No, I'm my own person. I can dictate what I want out of my life. And frankly, you'll find that soon enough, what you really need is not that far away from you. Next big key is relationships. Take control of relationships. I don't want to spill any personal stuff on here because that is one thing I don't want to do on YouTube. But let's just say in the past 12 months, oh man. All right, I'm laughing to hide everything, but pretty much a good 4-word phrase to summarize it: more love, less ego. Okay, that's it. All right. If the sentence, "Oh my gosh, you never call me," utters from your mouth, okay, I will slap you virtually. If you want to hear from somebody, call them. If you care about somebody, care for them, all right? You know, and if there's problems you got to sort out, honestly, all that time heals all wounds stuff, like, it's true, but it's only true after you take the action to make sure, right? If it's been 6 months and you're just so, oh my gosh, like, why doesn't this person like me? Why are they acting like this? They're probably feeling the same way. And you're just feeling like, you know, things just aren't quite right with that specific relationship of yours. Maybe you should just call them, hash things out. Maybe it's not the one conversation. Maybe it's 2 conversations. Maybe it's a few weeks. Maybe it's a few months. But you'd rather work it out over however long it needs to be worked out than to just ignore them and live in sadness and loneliness, right? Yeah. It's a lot of lonely people in this world, man. That is one thing I've definitely noticed. So, hey, if you gotta mend some fences, mend some fences. If you gotta get out of your comfort zone and meet new people, right? If it's just a matter of finding who you are in this life, do that, man. But overall, move with more love and less ego, all right? Ain't nothing in this life about you, right? And when it's all said and done, all you really want, all anyone really wants is love. We're not toxic on this side. Communication is key. The lock is all of your life's problems. Boom. So now that I've spoken about health, wealth, and relationships, tying it all together theme is synergy. To do that, I write. Writing is to harmonize these three concepts. We will need a foundation around which to ground our progress in the new year. We take in a lot of information every day. We turn information into knowledge when it's reflected upon and put into action. Writing is thinking. More writing makes you think better. And being a better thinker allows you to act with purpose in your life. Writing can be a real and true therapeutic outlet, right? My theme for this year is self-awareness, okay? I think everyone needs to take some time to reflect, think for themselves, right? And just genuinely be at peace in one way or another. And I find that writing is one way to definitely hold yourself to that. Just writing to jot down your feelings, write down your progress, write down your successes and failures, or just to riff about whatever's going on in your day. And it's good to look back and reflect upon. And that's one thing I found really nice about me personally keeping a journal, is that after a whole year of writing in a journal, it was like, dang, this helped a lot, right? And I find that after a while, time kind of moves slower because you're forcing yourself to remember what happens every day and what you feel about it every day. And after a while, it's hard to just escape into the next thing when you're always grounding yourself in the present and reflecting upon it in writing. And although some of the topics I've spoken about in this video may be a little bit abstract, a lot of this will ultimately be up to building good habits. And to do that, I find the best way to do that is really simple. Just start small, okay? Making out this whole big plan of, oh, we start here and then there, or like, I need to buy this course or get this guide. Relax. First things first, start small. If you want to get into the habit of writing, for example, write a paragraph every night before you go to bed or first thing in the morning as you wake up, and just reflect on whatever's on your mind. Whatever is on your mind. And just start there. One paragraph, that's it. You can write one paragraph. You can do that. Just start there, right? If it's the gym, all you need is one, okay? What workout am I gonna do? What am I supposed to? Relax. Just get yourself to the gym. Believe me, something in the gym will just catch your eye and you'll get yourself moving, okay? Start there, right? Maybe you're looking to introduce yourself to a new person or mend some relationships that may be problematic. Don't say, what am I gonna say to them? Relax, all right? Meet them where they at. Hey, you know what? This has been on my mind. Boom, just talk like a human being. Just start there. Keep it simple. And after a while, you'll find yourself making progress. It sounded like really basic advice, but like it's true. It really is true. In the end, progress happens really slowly and then all at once. So you'll find that, you know, maybe things aren't really looking the way they're supposed to be looking right now. And then a few months pass by and you're like, whoa, look at me now. Yeah, so just be patient, start slow, you'll be fine. So once you've started on this journey, you will find that you can introduce yourself to the new you. A peaceful soul, a strong body, a focused mind, a tight social circle, freedom to rest and reflect. This is the human's dream. Let's keep it simple, keep it focused, and let's make some progress in this new year, people.